The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. Good morning, afternoon, evening. My name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program for this, this Sunday, the 28th day of April 2024. This is a test stream as we are streaming live to YouTube for the first time in a while using the split stuff. And so if this works and if people actually watch live, then once in a while we'll do a early Tuesday night stream to give you a fourth stream of the week as we move on to the second half of the 1988 baseball season. And so this is a regularly scheduled stream. This was supposed to be Friday. And so we'll still do the 3 Twitch streams a week, but you get a rare YouTube exclusively live stream. First time we've done this in forever. And so, we have with you the 2 second-place teams, the American League, the Boston Red Sox at 41-32, the Kansas City Royals at 46-31. What's this? Capture moments? I don't think so. The Royals are 46-31. Both teams are in second place. It's Milwaukee in the American League East, and it's Minnesota in the American League West. Both teams. Well, the Red Sox won the division in real life. The Royals, well, they're 46-31. They're not too bad. This is game 78 for them. Game 74 for the Red Sox. Brent Saberhagen only won 14 games in real life. He is 12-3 in the replay. He is going for Kansas City on a rainy night in Independence, Missouri. The Red Sox will counter with Bruce Hurst. So I'm managing the Red Sox for this one. It's the Red Sox and the Royals next on Retro Sports Network. As Retro Sports Network presents a YouTube exclusive from Independence, Missouri. It is the Kansas City Royals and the Boston Red Sox in our Major League Replay 1988. And today's special presentation is presented by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. And it will be Bruce Hurst, as we said, who is 9-6 with a 4.66 ERA. No, I don't want to do that. Actually, the lag isn't too bad here. Nine and 6 with a 4.66 ERA versus Brett Saberhagen, who is 12-3 with a 3.45 ERA. Jim Rice, my goodness, 11-game hitting streak, which is pretty good because he could barely see at that point. So, 88 degrees, rainy night.
Play ball.
Let's tell you about Brett Saberhagen. Saberhagen making his 18th start. He's already thrown 8 complete games. He threw 9 in real life. 24 years old, fastball at 88, and a ground ball pitcher. He leads the American League in wins with 12. You're going to see him in a couple weeks when we do the All-Star game from Cincinnati. His last start was June 25th. These are the games, by the way, of Friday night, July 1st, 1988, which means we got a doubleheader coming up. He pitched against the Mariners on the 25th, a 6-5 win. Saberhagen went 7 1/3, 127 pitches, 9 hits, 5 runs, all earned. He walked 3 and struck out 2. So overall for Saberhagen, 130 in the third innings, 142 hits, 65 runs, 50 earned, 5 homers. He's walked 40 and struck out 75. He is 12-3 with an earned run average of 3.45. It was at one point as low as 1.4 when he faced the Red Sox on May 3rd and beat them 7-1. The lineup he will face: Wade Boggs at third will lead off. Marty Barrett at second will bat second. Dwight Evans in right will go third. Mike Greenwell in left cleans up. Ellis Burks in center will bat fifth. Jim Rice, the DH, will go sixth. Todd Benzinger at first will bat seventh. Rich Gedman behind the plate goes eighth. And Owen at short will bat ninth. Tribe fan, how are you? Now, okay. You jammed up on me. Owen will bat ninth, and Saberhagen can go the distance. Defensively for the Royals, it is Thurman in left, not Bo Jackson. He's a 4 and a 2. Willie Wilson a 7 and a 6 in center. Pat Tabler a 3 and a 2 in right. Kevin Seitzer a 6 at third. Kurt Stillwell a 4 at short. Frank White a 7 at second. George Brett a 5 at first. Mike McFarland a 3 and a 3 behind the plate. And Saberhagen is a 6 on the mound with a .942 fielding percentage. Doing okay? I'm doing well too. Thank you very much for asking. So this is the experiment stream. If it works, we could conceivably do Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Just putting it out there. Not going to do it today, but just putting it out there. Wade Boggs at 354. A home run and 39 RBI. Again, a rainy night here in Independence, 88 degrees. Winds out to center at 1. And it is a light rain, which is going to feel nice and comfortable on this warm, muggy night. Pitch to Boggs to start things off, and Wade will draw the walk. So runner on first for is Boggs. Here's Barrett. Marty at 281. No homers and 36 RBI. Red Sox game 74. Royals game 78. So the Royals are almost halfway through the season. Barrett over the head of White into center field for a base hit. And Wilson will throw that back in. So first and second, nobody out for Dwight Evans. Dewey hitting 284, 15 RBI, or 15 homers and 53 RBI. Pitch to Dewey, runners on first and second, ground ball to Seitzer. Kevin goes to White for 1, over to Brett for 2. And so that is a double play, 2 out for Mike Greenwell, hitting 341, 12 homers, and 59 RBI. Boggs leans down to third, into right field. Tabler will make the catch, and that will retire the side. So, we played half an inning here. No runs, a hit, and no errors. It's the Red Sox, nothing. Here come the Royals. So, Bruce Hurst, who is 4th in the American League in wins, he's 9 and 6, making his 17th start. He's 30 years old. Fastball at 90. His ERA is high, 4.66. So he starts his second half of his season right now with a 17th start. He beat future teammate Mike Boddicker on the 25th of June and the Orioles in an 8-4 win. 7 2/3 for Bruce, 139 pitches, 6 hits, 4 runs, all earned. A home run, he walked 3 and struck out 4. So overall for Hurst, 121 2/3, 120 hits, 66 runs, 63 earned, 12 homers, 50 walks, and 82 strikeouts. The lineup he'll face: Kurt Stillwell leads off at short for the Royals. Willie Wilson will bat second and play center field. George Brett at first goes third. Danny Tartable cleans up as the DH. Kevin Seitzer will bat fifth and play third. Frank White at second will go sixth. Pat Tabler in right field will bat seventh. McFarland behind the plate goes eighth. And Gary Thurman, again, no Bo, will bat ninth for Kansas City in left field. And Hurst can go the distance. So, defensively for the Red Sox, Greenwell a 5 and a 3 in left. Burks a 7 and a 5 in center. Dwight Evans a 6 and an 8 in right. Wade Boggs a 7 at third. Spike Owen a 7 at short. Marty Barrett a 5 at second. Todd Benzinger a 2 at first. So the Red Sox, who have not quite yet fired John McNamara, that's coming in a couple weeks. finally have the right lineup in place. Rich Gedman an 8 and a 7 behind the plate, and Hurst is a 6 on the mound with a 1,000 fielding percentage. Stillwell hitting .243, 8 triples. He had 5 in real life. 2 homers and 24 RBI. Hurst starts on this rainy night. Strike 3. A full count fastball. Got him. So 1 out for Willie Wilson, hitting .280. 3 triples and 21 RBI. Struck him out. That's 2 for Hurst. So Bruce has a good morning and a good afternoon. Here's Brett George hitting .326, 11 homers, hit 63 RBI. Pitch to Brett. There's a fly ball, shallow center field. Burks rides a Schwinn, makes the catch, and that will retire the side. So the Royals go in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. And after 1, no score. So Burks, Rice, and Benzinger to face Saberhagen here in the second. Ellis at .303, 10 homers, and 38 RBI. Pitch to Burks. Fly ball, left center field. Back goes Wilson and Thurman, and that is off the wall. So Burks is into second with a double. Willie had to wait for that one to bounce, and Ellis has his 15th double of the year. So that brings up Jim Rice. Rice at .276, 10 homers, and 47 RBI. And is sitting on an 11-game hitting streak, which is exactly what we want to see. Pitch to Rice. Ground ball. Base hit, so it's 12. That was not a ground ball. Bounces in front of Thurman. Burks is going to round third. They're going to run on Gary's arm. Rice has a 12-game hitting streak. Burks scores without a throw, and it's 1-0 Boston. So a good start for the Red Sox. Here's Benzinger. Todd hitting .313, 3 homers and 24 RBI. Todd gets that first baseman's job on a regular basis, especially after Joe Morgan comes in. How you doing, sweetest Jeff? Pitch to Benzinger. There's a ground ball to third. Seitzer across the way to Brett for the out. So Rice moves to second. 1-0 Boston. 1 out for Gedman. Rich at .245. 3 homers and 11 RBI. I can't put in the ads, by the way. Normally, when we do these on Twitch, it would be halfway through. So if you get an ad, that's just someone let me know and I'll stop yapping. Pitch to Gedman. Rice on second. That's a base hit into right field. Tabler will pick it up. Jim Ed does not have great speed, and he will hold. So runners on the corners for Spike Owen. Hitting .253, 6 homers, and 27 RBI. Owen a good bunter, but you're not going to do it here. Saberhagen winds and fires. Base hit in the hole on the right side. Rice will score, and it's 2. And Towler can't make the play. The ball, remember, is wet. So Owen's going to get a single and an error. And Gedman is going to scamper to third. So the Red Sox have a 2 spot on the board. Gedman can score on a single. And here's Wade Boggs, who walked his first time up. Saberhagen opening 9, 38 pitches, an inning and a third, 5 hits and a walk. That's a huge error. Now there's only 1 out, but Gedman wasn't going to score on a single. Now he obviously would. Boggs, little number down to Brett. Gedman goes to the plate, tosses to Saberhagen, does Brett. Boggs is retired, and it's 3-0 Boston. So Owen goes to third, 2 out for Marty Barrett, who has himself a single. So good inning for the Red Sox here in the second. They've got 3 home. Pitch to Marty. Foul tipped it. And the count is 0-2. So Saberhagen, a rough start, but he's the computer's responsibility, and this one not mine. Barrett, that's into right. That's going to drop in front of Tabler. Owen's going to score. A bad play by Tabler. This is on top of the air, and the Red Sox are up 4-0 now. So not the greatest start in the world for the Royals. Here's Dwight Evans. He's 0 for 1. Into center field. Wilson going back to the fountains. It's gone. And how about this? The Red Sox are up 6-0. You'd think they're playing the Cubs or something like that. Goodness gracious. Buffy St. Marie. For Dewey, that's his 16th of the year. Someone asked me the other day if I thought the Red Sox were going to win the division. They did in real life, obviously. I don't hold a lot of hope that they'll do well in the playoffs. But now you're seeing why they could. Evans put that on the back of the batter's eye out there in center field. So Evans scores 6-0. So here's Greenwell. Mike is 0 for 1, and Saberhagen is just livid on the mound. Remember, all these runs, I don't know how many of these are going to be earned. We'll see at the end of the inning. In the right, Tabler will make the catch, and that'll do it. But the Red Sox put 6 on the board with 6 hits and 1 error. The big shot being the 2-run homer by Dewey Evans, and after an inning and a half, it's 6-0 Boston. After a slow start, Tribe fan says, the Patriots offense finally clicks. Grogan to Morgan for 6. But John Smith missed the extra point. Shh, don't say anything. Danny Tartable will lead off the second. So Tartable, Seitzer, and White to face Hurst here in the second. Tartable draws the walk. It'll bring up Kevin Seitzer in his orchestra, hitting .325, 5 homers, and 36 RBI. Line drive to Barrett. Marty will make the catch, and Tartable goes back to the bag, 1 out. Frank White hitting .301, 7 homers, a lot of home runs already, and 50 RBI. There is a new patch, by the way, out for Action PC Baseball. I have it. I haven't installed it yet, but I have it. There's a base hit in the left field down the line, as a matter of fact. Greenwell has to wait for it. Tartable will hold at third. Frank White has got himself his 17th double of the year. So that's the first hit of the ball game. And now bring up Tabler, who's having himself a bad day. Hitting .390 with a homer and 16 RBI. It was his poor play and his error that allowed the inning to continue, and the Red Sox, who scored 6 in the top half of the second. To short. Owen will take the sure out at first with a 6-run lead. And they do get it. So 1 away. Tartable scores. White to third, 2 out. For Mike McFarland, who's hitting .249, 4 homers, and 28 RBI. Popped up. Left side, Burks will wait for it. Ellis dodges the raindrops and makes a sliding catch. Gets some rug burn, and that'll do it. The Royals, however, get a run on a hit and no errors. And after 2, full here in Kansas City, it's the Red Sox 6, the Royals 1. So speaking of great plays, Burks, Rice, and Benzinger to face a beleaguered Saberhagen here in the third. Ellis doubled and scored in the second. He's going to go 2 for 2. He rips that one in the left field. Gary Thurman will pick it up. And that will bring up Rice, who now has a 12-game hitting streak. Burke's on first. Rice draws the walk. So the Red Sox are threatening again. First and second, nobody out for Benzinger, who was 0 for 1. Todd B! My goodness. How are you? Struck him out. First for Saberhagen. Todd chased. Wow. Todd B in the chat, and that was Todd B at the plate. Is there something you're not telling me, Todd? Are you really Todd Benzinger with the wrong logo? So the 0-2 fastball swung on and missed. How you doing, Andrew? Gedman as a single and a run scored. Red Sox got 6 in the second to lead 6-1. That might be 2. White to Stillwell for 1. Kurt, if he throws, it's going to be late. It is. Gedman's going to reach. Rice is retired, and Burks goes to third. 2 out for Owen, who had an RBI single and scored in the second. Andrew says, good afternoon. Say hello, you're working in the yard. You can listen on your phone. We had quite a thunderstorm here, by the way, about 20 after 7 this morning. It is ironic, Alanis, and I really do think. Here's Owen. Pitch to Spike. Runners on the corners. Popped up left side. Seitzer. And that will go foul, and somebody from Kansas City. Kansas made that catch. The count is full now. So Saberhagen not covering himself in clover with this one. Full count, 2 out, top the third. 6-1 Red Sox. Owen struck him out. So Saberhagen gets out of it clean. And after 2.5, it's the Red Sox 6, the Royals 1. So that brings up Gary Thurman, the number 9 hitter. Gary at 125 and an RBI. Into right, Evans, 1 out. For Stillwell, Kurt struck out his first time up, opening 9 for Hurst, 44 pitches, 2 1/3, a hit, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. I already did the Seitzer Orchestra one. You joined us late. Todd. Stillwell is 0 for 1. He struck out. Hurst, 44 pitches, 2 1/3, a hit, a run it was earned, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. To short, Owen has it over to Benzinger on a long throw, and Stillwell just doesn't have that speed. And that's 2 out. So here's Willie Wilson. He struck out. Oh, you got the joke, yeah. You got to be of a certain age. And I take it anyone who's watching this, whether it's live on YouTube or Twitch, is going to be old enough to have gotten that joke. Jeff says Bruce Hurst, 18-6, 9-6, yep. Be nice to see him go undefeated. I agree. We will see him in a couple weeks when we do the All-Star game from Cincinnati. Struck him out. That's it. So Wilson's gone. A full count fastball, and Gedman hung on to it. So no runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 4th. The rain is stopped, so I can see clearly now. It's still 6-1 Boston. So Saberhagen will get the top of the lineup for Boston. Boggs, Barrett, and Evans. Wade 0 for 1, an RBI and a walk. Saberhagen, 18 batters, 71 pitches, 3 innings, 8 hits, a homer. He's walked 2 and struck out 2. That's right. Tribe fan says, jump, jive, and then you wail. That's absolutely right. Or, if you're my age, you can do the stray cat strut. But if you don't get the joke, you might be left astrayed. Ha ha! I didn't see that one. Pitch to Boggs. Wade hits a ground ball to White. Frank's got it over to Brett for the out. So 1 away for Marty Barrett. Marty has singled twice, driven in a run, and scored himself. Marty hits a ground ball to Brett. Second verse for George can be the same as the first. 2 out. for Dwight Evans. Dewey hit that home run in the batter's eye in the second. Now has hit 16 on the replay and is driven in 55. Chopper up the middle. Stillwell has it over to Brett for the out, and that'll do it. So after 3.5, the Red Sox, no runs, no hits, no errors. They still lead 6-1. Wait for the... George Hendrick is in the house. Here's his standings. Boston trailing Milwaukee by 2. Toronto by 3. The Yankees 4.5. Detroit 5. And Cleveland has fallen off the train. In the West, Minnesota by 4 over Kansas City. And 8 over Oakland, which is maybe the biggest surprise, is how Oakland really has a hill to climb. In the National League, the Mets by 7 over the Pirates, 9 over the Cardinals, and the Dodgers have a 1-game lead over Cincinnati. San Diego and Houston are 6 back. And so the Red Sox are second in the American League in hitting at .286. The Royals, although you really can't tell today, .356 ERA, second in the American League in pitching. And neither one of these teams are in the top 3. Brett Saberhagen is in line for the Cy Young. The Red Sox have another story there. George Brett is 0 for 1. The restraining order does not permit him, Mr. B, to talk about the fellow that I mentioned. Good going, George. Brett's 0 for 1. That's going to get past Todd B at first, all the way down the line. Evans is going to have to go get it. Brett is going to scamper for 2 at least. Evans finally has it. In fact, if Todd B had been more about baseball than his restraining order, he might have made that play. But he wasn't. And in fact, that is Brett's 26th double of the year. So that brings up Tartable, who walked and scored in the second. Hurst's pitch, and Danny draws a walk. So first and second, nobody out for Seitzer, who's 0 for 1. Swedish Chef did not know that Sylvester Stallone is on his 3rd marriage. I guess his first one was Rocky, and his second was Rocky 2. Oh. Here's Seitzer, 0 for 1. There's a ground ball to Owen. This might be 2. It's going to 3rd. Boggs got him there. Now the long throw to Benzinger. And is Seitzer going to beat it out? And he will. Jump, jive, and wail. So Owen got the lead runner at 3rd. Boggs has a good arm and could not throw out Seitzer. So 1 out, first and second, for Frank White, who's got himself a double. Goodness gracious, Buffy St. Marie with the puns. You know, if you can keep doing this, we're just going to start serving some Zima. Pitch to White. There's a fly ball, left center field. Burks will make the catch, and everybody's got to go back. Tartable might make the move. He will not. So first and second, 2 out for Tabler, who was 0 for 1 with an RBI. General Mayhem says that Action PC looks better or more fun than OOTP. Oh, that's right. Bust out the Bartles and James. There you go. Pitch to Tabler. There's a ground ball to Owen. Spike will go to first. And that will retire the side. So, after 4, Royals get a hit. They've left on 3 overall, and the Red Sox lead it 6-1. I was a Bartles and James guy myself, back when I shouldn't have been drinking anything. Mike Greenwell's 0 for 2. He's got a 9-game hitting streak. And there's a ground ball to 3rd. Seitzer has it over to Brett. And Greenwell, is he going to get on? No out on the close play on the bang banger. 1 out for Burks. Ellis has a single, a double, a run scored. And is 2 for 2. Saberhagen's pitch count at 90. Line drive to right. Tabler is going to make the play. So 2 out. Now I can't, this is on Twitch, there'd be an ad coming up. I'm not sure what YouTube is going to do. Jim Rice has a 12-game hitting streak. Now he is single, driven home his 48th. Has a run scored and a walk. Pitch to Rice. Struck him out. So halfway home on a chilly day here in Burlington. I covered that up. I don't know what the temperature is. 6-1 Boston. Well, we're going to go through it. Normally you get a 30 count. Well, I'm not on Twitch today, but Todd B says he would show a promo for the Stallone acting school. Yo, Adrian. Personally, I'm a bigger fan of the Ricardo Montalban acting school. If you joined us late, Red Sox are up 6-1. They got all 6 in the second. 6-8-0 for the Red Sox. 1-2-1 for the Royals. Jim Rice started the second with his 12th with a single, so there's a 12-game hitting streak. And that singled home Ellis Burks to make it 1-0. Spike Owens singled to score Rice, and there was an error to make it 2-0. Wade Boggs, the fielder's choice, to make it 3-0. Marty Barrett singled home Owen to make it 4-0. And then Dwight Evans sent one halfway to St. Louis. A 437-foot bomb to the batting eye in left center. His 16th of the year to make it 6-0. Pat Tabler, who had a bad inning. Yes? No, I'm streaming. One of the scary things is you turn to look and you see your wife there. Like, nope, didn't call you, baby. Pat Tabler with a fielder's choice in the second to make it 6-1. Hurst, a 2-hitter through 4, has walked 2 and struck out 3. Saberhagen, 8-hitter through 5. Not a good day for Brett. All 6 runs are earned? I don't think so. Oh, yeah, maybe because the error came as a result of the single. So, Saberhagen's ERA has jumped to 3.72. So it'll be McFarland, Thurman, and Stillwell to face Hurst here in the 5th. Thank you, General Mayhem. McFarland is 0 for 1. Hurst will start the 5th with a fly ball to left. Greenwell races back. That's off the wall. So McFarland is in the second with a double. That's his 16th of the year. On the 3rd hit for the Royals. And then I'll bring up Gary Thurman, who's 0 for 1. Gary in the right goes the opposite way. Evans should be there. He is. And McFarland will go back and not take it because Evans, even at his older age, has a very good arm. 1 out for Stillwell, who is 0 for 2 with a K. Hurst, 18 batters, 78 pitches, 4 1/3. 3 hits. He's walked 2 and struck out 3. And there's a liner in the center field. Burks will grab it. McFarland has my speed and will hold it third. Burks has an average arm. 1 out for Wilson, who has struck out twice. And Gedman reminds Hurst, just pitch. Pitch to Willie. Struck him out. That's 4. So obviously Gedman spotted something in Hurst's delivery and got him to chase a 1-2 change. Here's George Brett. Brett 1 for 2. He's got himself a double. First and third, 2 out. And that's ripped into left center field. Brett digging for 2. The throw to the Bag, Stillwell's going to score, by the way, and Brett has his 27th double of the year in second today. So now it's a 6-3 ball game. And here's Tarnable, who has walked twice and scored. So Hurst fading here in the fifth. Base hit left field. Greenwell will pick it up. Brett will round third. Borg should have made the play. Hurst is Brett will try to score. Greenwell to the plate. And that won't be close. Brett's going to score, and it's 6-4. So the Red Sox have lost the script here in the fifth, and what was a blowout is no longer. There's Seitzer. He's 0 for 2. So Tarnable, a threat to steal on first. Edges off the bag. Seitzer swung and missed, and Tarnable had the sign but did not go. So 1 strike count now to Seitzer. Hurst winds and fires. There's a ground ball to Owen, who throws to first. Todd B is there, and that will retire the side. Huge inning for Kansas City, however. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors, and leave on a runner. We go to the 6th at 6-4 Boston. Does Gedman wear plaid? Ha ha, yes. Vin Scully would do the Jeff Dedman joke, too. Remember, Jeff Dedman does not wear plaid. All right, here's Todd B. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And where's George Hendricks' number? Saberhagen has thrown 100 pitches through 5 and still trails at 6-4. Struck him out. That's his 4th. So Benzinger swung on and missed a 1-2 fastball, and here's Gedman. Rich has scored and singled 1 for 2. That's in the left. Thurman coming in. Won't get there. That's a single. And Thurman bobbles it. Is Gedman going to take 2? He is. And so that's another single and an error. That's the second outfield error on the day for Kansas City. And Gedman, who's got my speed, is on second. Here's Owen with 1 out. Spike 1 for 2. He has singled, struck out, driven in a run, and scored. And Owen draws the walk. So Saberhagen slaps the ball in his glove. 27 batters deep. 118 pitches. 5 1/3, 9 hits, 6 runs, supposedly all earned. He has walked 3 and struck out 4. So first and second, 1 out. Boggs going to be swinging here. Into right. Tabler goes back. The runners are going. That is going to be off the bullpen wall. Gedman will score. Owens is going to score, or Owen scores. Boggs digging for third. White with a relay to Seitzer. And Boggs has his 4th triple of the replay. And now it's an 8-4 game. That'll do it for Saberhagen. Rick Anderson coming in to pitch. We got a pitching change. This game coming to you from Royal Stadium in Independence, Missouri. So let's tell you about Rick Anderson. He's only been with the club about a week and will be gone by the end of the month. He's 32, fastball at a Bugs Bunny 83, ground ball plus pitcher, making his first relief appearance. He actually made 3 starts for the Royals and pitched well. His last start came on the 28th. Both of his starts came against the White Sox. They beat him 2-1, but he did go 8, 110 pitches, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Overall for Anderson, 15 1/3, 10 hits, 4 runs, all earned. He's walked 3 and struck out 3. Yeah, Boggs hit 20 homers in 87. The Chicken Man got heat for not being a power hitter, and so Wade, of course, that was the year the bats were corked, supposedly, or the ball was lighter or whatever. So Wade showed he could do it. But he'd rather eat chicken, drink beer, and slap the monster. Marty Barrett is 2 for 3. He has singled twice, driven in a run, and scored. Boggs on third, 8-4. Now 9-4 as Barrett slaps that one in the left. So Boggs will score. Anderson gives up the inherited runner. And Marty has his third hit of the ball game. So here's Dwight Evans. Evans hit his 16th of the year in the second. And the Red Sox had the 3 they gave up, or back that they gave up in the 5th. So Barrett on first, 1 out. Line drive, left side, out of play. Somebody from St. Joseph's, Missouri made that catch, and it's a 2-strike count. Slow ground ball to Seitzer. Kevin goes to White with the French horns. But no, the throw to first is late. Evans is going to beat it out, and that's a fielder's choice. So 2 out for Greenwell, who was 0 for 3 in 9-game hitting streak. Yep, Boggs likes to rack up the frequent flyer miles, not like Steve Garvey did. 87 is a good year. Pitch to Greenwell, who's 0 for 3. There's a ground ball to White. Frank has it, throws to Brett, and that will do it. So, the Red Sox, however, get 3 on 3 hits and an error, and after 5.5 here at Kansas City, it's the Red Sox 9, the Royals 4. Yeah, Boggs was the chicken man. Ate chicken with it every night for dinner. Frank White, 1 for 2. We don't know his dietary favorites. He does have a double. Hurst starts the inning with a walk. So White on first. Hurst missed with 4 straight out of the zone, and he's walked 3. Here's Tabler. Had 0 for 2 with an RBI. Happy Sunday and beyond, Mr. Al. Pitch to Tabler. There's a ground ball to Barrett. Marty goes to Owen for 1. Spike throws to Todd B for 2. So a 4-6-3 double play, and there's 2 out here in the 6th. For McFarland, not Spanky, who is 1 for 2. He doubled and scored. Pitch to Mike. Left side. Greenwell and Boggs will converge. Wade says, I've got it. And he does. After 6, no runs, no hits, no errors. Both teams have left on 4. Red Sox 9, Royals 4. So Burks, Rice, and Benzinger. Ellis 2 for 3. Single, double, and a run scored. That's a base hit in the left field. Thurman will pick it up. Ellis is having himself a day. So the Royals' defense isn't covering themselves with clover at all in this one. Poor plays, errors. And here's Rice. Jim 1 for 2, a 12-game hitting streak. Now a single. Drove in his 48th, scored his 39th, walked, and struck out. Burks on first, pitch to Rice. That is in the left, and that will drop in front of Thurman. So for Rice, it's got to be like hitting a grapefruit right about now. Burks is not going to run. They've got Anderson timed well. They also have a 5-run lead. Here's Todd B. Todd is 0 for 3. He has struck out twice. If this was a Little League broadcast, we would tell you that Todd B's favorite player is George Hendrick. Yeah, Rice is an absolute beast in 78. Wasn't too bad in 77 either. First and second, Benzinger. That's a ground ball to White, Goes to Stillwell for 1. Kurt pivots, goes to first. And that is a 4-6-3 double play. I'm streaming. Okay? Yeah. So here's Gedman. Rich is 2 for 3. Has singled twice and scored twice. 9-4, 2 out here in the 7th. Burks down the line in the 3rd. Base hit left field. Burks is going to score with ease. Gedman makes it a 10-4 game. We got ourselves a literal convoy here at Royal Stadium. So here's Spike Owens. Spike 1 for 2. A single, an RBI. He has scored twice, walked once, and struck out once. And it gets away from McFarland, and even Gedman can go to second. Goodness gracious. The Royals are having themselves a day, aren't they? Here's Owen. Spike 1 for 2. He's got himself a single, an RBI, 2-run scored, a walk, and a strikeout. Dave Gardner calling in for the postgame show. Pitch to Owen. There's a base hit right side. Tabler will pick it up. Gedman motors around third. The Royals defense continues to play Keystone Cop out there and scores. It's now 11-4 Boston. The ghost of Vince Lombardi is asking if anyone out there can field. Here's Boggs. He's 1 for 3. In his 4th triple, is driven in 3. Scored and walked. Owen on first, pitch to Boggs. That's a base hit in the center field. Willie Wilson will pick it up. Owen is going to go to third. There's a 1% chance to throw him out, and Wilson just flicks it over to Stillwell. Red Sox have 16 hits in this game. In the 6 years I've done this, this might be the most productive Red Sox game I've ever seen. Here's Marty Baird. He's 3 for 4. He's singled 3 times today and driven in 2. First and third, Barrett. Right field, Tabler will make the catch, and that'll do it. Stretch time, 11-4. Bob Stanley starting to stretch, I'm hearing from the crowd. You can find his exercise program at your local Blockbuster in the VHS dollars bin. Gary Thurman is 0 for 2. Hurst probably won't go more than 20 more pitches. He's been given a 7-run lead. Pitch to Thurman is 0 for 2. That's in the left center. Burks, 1 out. For Stillwell, 1 for 3. He has singled, scored, and struck out. So 27 batters deep for Hurst. 117 pitches, 6 1/3. 6 hits, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. And Stillwell draws the walk. 4th walk for Hurst. Looking for his 10th win. Here's Willie Wilson. He's 0 for 3. Has struck out 3 times today. 11 runs, 16 hits, no errors for the Red Sox. They've left on 6. The Royals, 4 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors, and a whole bunch of bad defense beyond that, and they've left on 4. Pitch to Wilson, and that's a walk. Dave found one of those videos in the back room at Blockbuster. Is that Bob Stanley Teaches Body Painting? So first and second, 1 out for Brett. Hurst right up at the end of it. Brett is 2 for 3. He has doubled twice, now is 27 on the year. Mike in the truck, how are you? George is now driven in 65 and scored once. Oh, he's not stretching, just looking for a sunflower seeds, Todd says. So first and second, 1 out. Hurst could use a ground ball here. He won't get it. That's in the center. Burks, will he make the catch? Gonna dive, can't get it. Now, does it get past him? Is Brett gonna go for 2? No, Burks does a good job holding it in front of him, and Brett has his 3rd of the day. So he's 3 for 4. We're gonna go get him. And the Bob Stanley Sunflower Seed Show is now on the air. Bob is 3-1 on the replay with a 4.32 ERA, making his 18th appearance. 34 years old, fastball at 84, and a ground ball pitcher. Now, where's Demos? Demos paid for me to do a Stanley game once. And outside of Boston, Stanley helps you do things right. At Fenway Park, that's another story. He last pitched on the 27th, so 4 days ago he got 6 outs in a 7-6 loss to the Indians. 35 pitches, 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned and a walk. Overall for Stanley, 25 innings, 27 hits, 15 runs, 12 earned. He's walked 13 and struck out 7. So bases loaded, 1 out for Tartable, who does have a grand slam this year. Today he has walked twice and singled. Ground ball to Stanley. They might actually get 2 out of this. Barrett for 1. Marty throws to Benzinger, and Stanley does his job. It remains after 7. Boston 11, Kansas City 4. Yeah, Bruce Keeson hit a home run for you. That was pretty cool. Dave? Other day in roster card, I had Steve Carlton hit a grand slam. Yep, Bob, a bridge too far, Stanley, which is about where he should be pitching in 1988. Dwight Evans is 1 for 4. He hit that monstrous home run in the 2nd and is driven in 2. Anderson starts the 8th. Ground ball, Anderson, right side of the mound over to Brett, and there is 1 away. So Anderson, 2 innings, 6 hits, and 2 earned runs. Mike Greenwell is still trying to get his hitting streak to 10. He's 0 for 4. Greenwell pops up, center field, Wilson, 2 out. For Burks, Ellis has had himself a day, 3 for 4. He scored twice and doubled. So tomorrow at noon on Twitch, I think next week is all Twitch. And then this has gone better than I thought. So you might start to see some dual streams. Pick your poison. Burks into right. Tabler will make the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 8th here at Kansas City. 11-4 Boston. So Seitzer, White, and Tabler to face Stanley here in the 8th. And Bob, the most efficient outing he's had in 1,000 years, getting that ground ball double play. Seitzer's 0 for 3. Seitzer's 1 for 4 as he punches that one in the right center. So here's Frank White. Frank has walked and doubled, 1 for 2. And Brad Wellman will pinch hit. Brad, as a pinch hitter, has a home run and 2 RBI. Overall, he's a bottle of fireball hitter, 151, with a home run and 2 RBI. 11-4 Red Sox, nobody out, runner on here in the bottom of the 8th. Got him. A strikeout for Stanley on a full count fastball, 1 out. For Tabler, who is 0 for 3 with an RBI. Stanley deals. In the left, Greenwell makes the catch for the out. So 2 out for McFarland. Mike 1 for 3, a double, and a run scored. So Stanley done a good job. Popped up. Owen by the bag at second. And we are through 8. No runs, a hit. The Royals have left on 7. We go to the 9th. 11-4 Boston. So Rice, Benzinger, and Gedman. Anderson just taking the mop-up role today. Jim Ed 2 for 3. Single twice. Driven in a run. Scored. Walked and struck out. And that's into right field. Base hit. So Rice is 3 for 4. We said earlier, that ball's got to be looking like a grapefruit out there. Strike him out. Yep. So here is Todd B. Should never put in the chat, I can hear Dave call the strikeout as you're at the plate, because Todd B has struck him out twice. Run into a double play, 0 for 4. Ground ball to Wellman, who's a 7 out there. Stillwell for 1. Over to Brett. And a 4-6-3 double play. Todd, that's just, what a bad day you've had. Here's Gedman. Rich is 3 for 4. He singled 3 times and scored 3 times. And driven in a run. Red Sox have 17 hits in this one. Anderson deals. Ground ball to third. Seitzer across the way to Brett. And that should and will do it. So the Red Sox are done in their half of the 9th. No run, a hit, and no errors. But they... That's Todd B., not Dave. Dear Lord. After 8.5, it's the Red Sox 11, Kansas City 4. So the Royals need 7 to tie and 8 to win. It'll be Thurman, Stillwell, and Wilson scheduled. Stanley kind of on a short leash. Gary 0 for 3. And Bill Pacoda projects himself to pinch hit. Sometimes a blowout can be fun. See if it stays a blowout. Pacoda as a pinch hitter, 0-59 with an RBI. Overall, 0-85, a triple and 2 RBI. So we start the 9th. Stanley deals to Barrett. Marty has it over to Benzinger. 1 out. We got a doubleheader for you this week, too, because the 4th of July is coming up. Kurt Stillwell is 1 for 3. He has singled, scored, walked, and struck out. Got him. So Stanley gets him down to the last chance saloon. An 0-2 fastball got him looking. Wow. You know what? If I brought in Stanley 1 out sooner, he would have had a save. Here's Willie Wilson. Willie's 0 for 3. A walk and 3 strikeouts. Willie hits a base hit into right center field. Evans will pick it up. Willie will round first. And the Royals aren't dead yet. That's their 9th hit. So Stanley will face Brett. George is 3 for 4. Has singled, doubled twice. Has now driven in 65 and scored once. Conspiracy. Ooh. Wilson the threat to steal. They'll throw to Benzinger, and Willie's back. 11-4 Boston, 2 out here in the 9th. Pitch to Brett. Into right field. Crowd likes it. So does Dewey. Dwight over in the corner makes the catch. And the Red Sox have beaten the Royals by the score of 11-4. How about that? So 3 hours and 50 fake minutes. The Red Sox go to 42 and 32. 11 runs, 17 hits, and no errors. And they left on 6. The Royals, 5 runs, or 4, go to 46 and 32. 4 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors. They made 4 poor plays, and along with the 2 errors, and they left on 8. The win goes to Bruce Hurst, who's a 10-game winner here in 1988, 6 in the third, 7 hits, 4 runs, all earned. He walked 5 and struck out 4, and again, Bob Stanley ends up pitching pretty well. He goes 2 2/3, 2 hits and 2 strikeouts. Saberhagen, clearly his worst outing of the year. He gets Christmas treed, 5 1/3, 10 hits, 9 runs, all earned. A homer, he walked 3 and struck out 4. Anderson, in relief, 3 2/3 for the Royals, 7 hits, 2 runs, and both earned. And it's going to be, we're going to go with Marty Barrett. Or no, Rich Gedman, 3 for 5. He scored 3 times as your digital dice MVP. So the Red Sox cut the deficit to 1.5 games. The rest of this July 1st, Toronto beats Oakland 9-2. Steve goes to 10-2. Dave Stewart falls to 7-10. George Bell 3 for 4. 4 RBI. I lost my screen here. Go back. And a triple. The doubleheader at Shea, the Mets and the Astros split. Mets take the first, 12-7. Oakland, by the way, walked 11 batters. Mets had 18 hits in the first game. Terry Leach goes to 2-2. Meads gets his first decision. It's a loss. McReynolds, 4 for 5. He hits his 12th. Second game, Meads won it. So Houston gets the split. They beat the Mets 4-3. Aguilera takes a loss. He's 0-2 now. Billy Doran 3 for 5 and a double. Cleveland beats Seattle 4-3. Craig Swindell 7-9. Schooler 0-1. Reynolds 3 for 5, a double and a stolen base. Reds beat the Phils 4-2. Browning 8-6. Shane Raleigh falls to 5-8. Eric Davis 3 for 4, his 12th and a steal. Detroit 5-2 over California. Alexander 7-7. Mike Witt falls to 8-6. Salazar 2 for 3 with a triple. Pascual Perez throws a 3-hitter, shuts out the Braves in Montreal 6-0. He goes to 3-4. Zane Smith 4-8. Didn't they used to pitch for other teams? I know that Perez used to pitch for Atlanta. Wallach 2 for 4, hits his 6th and drives in 2. White Sox pound out 16 hits and pound Ron Guidry 13-5. Jack McDowell 5-8. The Gator 0-1. Joel Skinner 3 for 4, hits his 5th and drives in 2. Minnesota over Milwaukee 7-1. So the Royals lose a game in the standings. And Milwaukee's lead is now 1. Viola 10-5, Filer 4-2, Kent Herbeck 4 for 5, his 14th and drives in 3. Baltimore 22 hits. They pound Texas 16-4. Boddicker goes to 5-9. Jeff Russell 5-4. Eddie Murray 2 homers. He now has 7, drives in 4, goes 4 for 5. Padres beat the Cardinals 5-1. Hawkins 6-6. Peters falls to 2-4. Pirates 2-1 over the Giants. John Smiley 7-5. Rick Russell 5-8. Andy Van Slyke steals 3, goes 3 for 4. And the Dodgers lose to the Cubs 2-0. Moyer 8-3. Fernando 5-5. Mark Grace 2 for 3. All right. Monday, Oakland and Toronto on Twitch at noon. We'll do a wild card game for you on Wednesday at noon. Who do I want here? What's the best pitching matchup? And then we'll do a doubleheader Thursday, 11:30, Seattle and Detroit, Cincinnati at New York. And that might be both on both channels. We might try the live Twitch and YouTube thing at the same time. All right. Glad that you were here. We'll catch you during the week. We'll talk to you tomorrow on Twitch. So it looks like Thursday, the 4th doubleheader we'll do on both on both Twitch and YouTube. So long, everybody. Thank you so much for watching.